Now, what are the possible expertise we need to develop as a QA? Because when we start journey as a QA, as a manual test engineer, it's like we have to do manual things, right? If we are in the most of the QA as a fresher, join to test things from the front end perspective. But what if we want to grow further? what what all things we have to learn if we want to excel our profile into QA, like after 10 years or after 5 years, 6 years, what all things we have to develop? So first of all, front end testing is required. So front end testing mainly focuses on the application user interface. What all the things we are right now checking on the web application or the mobile application, it's like a front end testing, UI testing, I can say. Now, second one is the backend testing. What backend testing means? Backend testing is like you are opening any web application or mobile application, right? So whatever the data you are watching or you are seeing on the front end, it must be coming from somewhere, and someone is taking that particular thing, right? Suppose you are like there is a registration page, and you are typing, you are sending the registration form, so it will save somewhere in the database, right? And some API is responsible for posting, or I can say for adding the data into the database, right? So database, or I can say the backend testing, which includes API testing along with the database, or I can say events, whatever events will trigger while posting or while adding or while getting the information from the database or from the server. Next thing is writing test cases. Yes, this is the very important phase, or I can say very important skill for any test engineer or any QA engineer, writing the test cases. So writing the test cases will ensure that every application path is covered. Suppose there is a login page, and in the login page you have to write the test cases. So you can write like login with valid username, login with invalid username, login with valid password, login with invalid password. So these are the combinations what you can try once the application will be developed. So if you are not able to figure out the test cases, if you are not able to write the test cases, so once the application will like deployed on the QA environment, you will might be miss some of the cases, right? Suppose one particular module have 10 cases. If you write down those 10 cases, but if what if you don't write those 10 cases, might be you will execute 5 test cases and 5 will be missed, right? So writing test cases is very important. And for writing test cases, it is we have to be effectively, we should write test cases very effectively, so that suppose if you are not available, someone else, some other QA is available, he can understand those test cases and he can easily execute those test cases. So we have to make sure that thing also. Next one is system testing. System testing includes the matter in which this application interacts with other system. So suppose the one particular module is ready, and other development team has created some different module. Now as a product we have to deliver entire things, so we have to test those modules in a single, in a single phase, so that we can ensure that yes, after integration of these two modules as a system, things are working fine. After that you need to learn about the security things, so that you can ensure that some of bad guys, we can say, can't access the system or exploit it. And after that you can also learn automation testing, so that particular thing will make sure our regression test cases are automatable, right? Because suppose you are testing some of the application, let's take an example of login functionality. You have tested, you have verified this particular login page or login functionality in phase 1, and now you are in phase 5 or sprint 5, and you are testing some other module. Now after you have tested the module in sprint 5, you have to do the regression that everything is working fine or not. Either you will go and now do the things manually, again test the registration flow, everything manually, or you can write the automation script for those particular modules which are stable, so it will reduce the testing time as well as testing efforts. Last one is the accessibility testing. So it will make sure that everyone can use the software. So this particular testing is like some of the softwares which are accessible to, I can say, to those who are not able to like hear, or who are not able to like see the actual application. So for that, some of the software or some of the products in which we have to take care about this accessibility testing. Next one is, we have to figure out as a QA what kind of skills we should have, right? So I have divided these skills into two parts. First one is non-tech, second one is tech. So as a non-tech, if I talk about the skills, first one is effective communication skills. As a QA, this is very much important because we are going to communicate between dev or product owner or the BA who is giving us the requirement. So we have to make sure that development team is doing things properly as per the requirement. So these things we can easily, I can say, easily figure out if we have effective communication skills, right? Next one is, we must have time management skills. Yes, it is very much important for a QA. Why so? Because as a QA, we have to first take part in the information gathering, or I can say in the requirement gathering, or after that we have to take part in the grooming, then we have to take part in the planning. After that we can start test case writing, test case execution, then we have to raise the bug if we found while doing the testing, then raise it again if it is not fixed yet, or once it is fixed we can retest and done the testing. After that we have to do the end to end, then regression. So you can think of, these are all the responsibility of a QA. So if we are not able to manage our time, we will not be able to deliver the things on time, like whatever the respective dates to deliver the things. So this time management part is very very much important. Next one is the good analytical skills. Yes, so it is required so that you can think from different point of view. Different point of view means, if any application is there for the testing, so you can think from different perspective. What if we do something negative, how application will react? If we execute any negative test cases, whether application is able to tackle the situation, or application will stop working, and if it is stop working, how much time it will take to recover? So these kinds of things you can think if you have good analytical skills. Otherwise you will simply execute whatever the positive cases. So as a QA, it is not like we have to just execute positive cases. We have to think of negative cases. We have to think from business point of view, how business is running, and what all things we have to consider while doing the testing. Next is the positive attitude. Yes, for a QA, positive attitude is very much important, because as I already told you what all things we have to do. So might be some of the times you think that we have to work so much, like so much of responsibilities we have, and we have to do these kinds of things, and we have to work under pressure. How we can do this? So if we are not in a positive way, so I will say that we will not be able to test thing in a very proper way, in a efficient way, and we will not deliver a quality product. So positive attitude is very much important. Next one is passion for making things better. Yes, so as a QA, one of the thing is the passion for making things better. It's like some of the application is developed, now it's your responsibility as a QA that that particular application module, it should be delivered in a proper way, in a better way. And last is the most important thing, is the product knowledge. Yes, if you want to become a good QA or a successful QA, whether you are a manual QA or a automation engineer, it is very much important, product knowledge. If you are not aware about the product knowledge, you will not cover all the cases, whatever is involved, and whatever you have to cover while testing. Yes, because suppose if I will give you one application, Flipkart, another application I will give you Book My Show, and another last one I can give you the GoIBibo. All are different applications, all belongs to different domains, and if you are not aware about the product knowledge about the domain, you will not be able to cover business related logics or business related test cases. You will only execute whatever you are seeing on the application. You will not understand how business will flow. So it is very much important that we should get the business knowledge, we should get the product knowledge, or I can say the domain knowledge. Then only we can move our career further. Now let's talk about the technical skills. So if I consider these technical skills, whatever is required for a QA, first of all, as a QA, we must have knowledge of any of the test management tool like TestLink or Qmetry. So in the test management tool, we generally write all the test cases at the time of development. Suppose development team is writing or developing some module, at that time we will start writing the test cases in our test management tool. So according to the organization, some of the organization are using TestLink, some are using Qmetry, and some are using some other like test management tool. Some are even writing the test cases in Excel sheet, right? So it is required that you must have knowledge of some of the test management tool. Next one is the bug tracking tool. We have knowledge of bug tracking tool because while doing the testing you encounter some issue. How you will communicate that particular bug to the dev team, as well as that particular bug should be visible to all the stakeholders like product owner or the BA. So for that we must have knowledge of Jira or Bugzilla. Might be some other tracking tools some other organization are using, but this Jira is very much popular. Next one is, as a QA, from technical point of view, we must have good knowledge of database and API. So these API or database, these are the part of backend testing, right? Next is knowledge and hands-on experience of automation tools. Right now market is changing and the QA profile is also changing day by day. Earlier we can survive with the manual skills. Now as a QA we must have at least some knowledge of the automation tools. So right now if I talk about the web application, for that we use Selenium, and we can prefer any of the languages, either Java or Python or Perl. It's up to you in which language you are comfortable, right? So testing is testing the application or writing the scripts is not like dependent on the any particular language. You can write code in any language and you can execute the automation script. Second one is the mobile automation, so that we can achieve via Appium along with any programming language, as we can do with the web automation. Third one is the API automation. So for the API automation we use Rest Assured along with the Java, Python, Perl, anyone we can use. So you can understand, if you want to move into the automation, if you want to have some knowledge, some hands-on experience on the automation tool, we must have some expertise in any one of the programming language, right? So these are the very important pointers which we have to be there as a QA. Like these are the things we must have as a QA.